Okay, Iralon, I see what kind of a thing you want to do, and you're just so far totally superficial, and you want to talk. What are you even fucking talking about taking two videos to reply to you? I replied to you in one video which failed to upload. Did you watch it anyway somehow? Because it tells me it failed to upload and won't let me watch it. So then I recorded a second one. So for the courtesy of saying something to you twice, you're going to go off about how, oh, it just shows how, you can't focus when you're a relativist. You make two videos. You don't even know what the fuck's going on. You are so clueless, you probably did not accept the response the first time. But I might not have replied, attached it as well. I don't fucking care. And if I made two videos to you, I also wouldn't care what the hell you think how long my videos to you should be. People gave you a link to some more information on how subjectivity and objectivity work to me in terms of epistemology, language, what it means to be fundamental, telling one story in terms of another, or vice versa. I'm not sure you'd get it, but it's right in there. I have done a lot more than one videos, and then you're worried, oh, but you don't engage. Oh, because I have this issue just between you and me, right? Just relativity versus objectivity, all of these issues. That's between you and me. Hey, there's a lot of videos to a lot of different people. Sometimes I might make a point to you that I think applies to you, even though I've made it to somebody else. You might feel that's not very personal. Well, maybe your criticisms are not so apt. You have not necessarily earned many personal criticisms, and I replied to the things you wasted your time saying. And yes, it was a waste of time, your 2 minutes about how my not responding to you, which I did respond to you, but by not my evidently or allegedly not setting as a response so that you saw it is just shows it all. I engage that. I answered that. The sense in which it is a waste is because you are wrong. I engage people all the time. That is why I am here. I'm in the middle right now of arguing with somebody else about the fact that they are basically doing what you say relativists do. They're refusing to engage just on some principle that our worlds are not overlapping, so I don't have to answer it because I don't recognize it as a part of my world set. I don't do that. I've said to you many times, oh, you believe, no, you really do, and here's the thing, and I can tell through the way you use YouTube. Well, you're a goddamn moron then if that's how you can tell that. Now you have a chance to talk to me, engaged with me or not, and then say whether you think you've engaged or not. Because I don't see you doing your part of the conversation. You made points I replied to, and you're going to focus on, oh, at this point, I obviously lost my train of thought, and I showed my addiction to tobacco. Whatever. I do not give a damn about your opinions on superficial things like that. And it's fine for you to do it. I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't do it. No, go ahead, make a fool of yourself. I do not mind that at all. All right? Now, you want to say that I'm going to back off and stuff. Well, you better believe it, okay? Because it's not going to happen, and you're going to have to believe really, really hard. No, I'm not going to back off and say, oh, our worlds don't interact. And I have technical definitions for all of these terms that you barely understand, is my guess. So, try harder if you're going to try to impress me. If you're going to try to impress everybody else by characterizing me, all I'm saying is that you might want to be familiar with how I do things, okay? And not responding, and then now you're going, well, you might be a responsive vlogger, but I'm talking about it so that my responses aren't real responses, right? They don't really engage. Oh, yeah. Well, then you better go through the videos I did to you in the first place that you're complaining about not hearing about, and respond to oh, that's the two videos that you're talking about? Well, respond to the ideas in there. You want to make an argument that, well, you obviously have a personality type because it was so redundant, you don't need two videos. Respond to each of my points. Go ahead and say, look, these were redundant. I probably repeat myself because I probably have every reason to goddamn repeat myself. Okay, but you're going to have to make a better enumeration and actually have comebacks for some of those. And besides just counting them and counting the time, and my favorite part, you know what? If you want to have this annoying kind of interaction, and perhaps you hope that that's how you'll, prove that I run away and hide, you've probably been a jerk and had people say, I don't want to talk to you anymore, and whatever their excuse is, that's about relativism. Well, you know what? That's not the way it's going to work here. But if you're going to talk about superficialities, all right, then you're going to look superficial, Mr. Objective Man, okay? And that's typical. That's typical. Claim your superior position as cover for your superficiality.